I've seen figures from Ghana, and I know across the world, many people are here. I was invited to come and speak to you, to give an address to you as Rotary District Conference. But once again, we welcome you to Busoga. Busoga sub-region. It is in the east of Uganda. But our icon in Busoga, and Jinja in particular, is the source of the Nile. And I believe many people have enjoyed going to the source of the Nile. I've interacted with a guest from Ghana, and he told me that he had been Googling and see exactly how River Nile separates itself from the lake. But he said, I was there physically, and I saw the great work of God, seeing waters separating from the Lake Victoria, then joining River Nile. Enjoy. This city is a wonderful city, and I know you live to remember. I may not go in the protocols of Rotary. I don't know whether you'll convince me after this that I will join Rotary. But I may not go into the protocols, governors, district, what? I may not, I may not go in that. Allow me to say, this is Bishop's address at the 100th Rotary District Conference at Civil Service College, Jinja, this day, Saturday, April 12th, 2025. Protocol, Rotary and Rotary District, 9,213 leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, I warmly greet you in the name of the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I am the Right Reverend Dr. Paul Moses Samson Neymane, the Bishop of Busoga Diocese. Where you are being hosted for this great conference. You are most welcome to Busoga and Jinja City in particular. In our Busoga Kingdom anthem, you know we have a king here, Chabazinga. We said that if you come to Uganda and you don't reach Jinja, you have missed the epic of Uganda. For foreigners and Ugandans visiting Jinja for the first time, now that you have reached Jinja, you can say that you have officially visited the entire Uganda. I am privileged and thrilled not only for the invitation to be part of this 100th District Conference, but also for the opportunity to address these dignified delegates. Congratulations on making a century of Rotary service in Africa. To God be the glory. As a servant of God and a student of the Bible, I find Rotary International a very significant accomplice in the church's mission to the world. Enshrined in the mission and vision of Rotary International are key tenets that the church also advocates for. The mission of Rotary. We provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through our fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. Then the vision, together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves. The mission and vision of Rotary are underpinned by a strong sense of self-service, tagged in the service above self principle. Allow me to mention a few quotes about service that I feel inspire our action in working for the well-being of humanity, which is the heart of Rotary International. There's this gentleman called Zigira. Said this: you have everything in life that you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. There's another gentleman called Albert Einstein. He says, many times a day, I realize how much my own life is built upon the labors of my fellow men, and how honestly I must exert myself to give in return as much as I receive. There's another one called Maya Egro. He says, I have learned that people will forget what you said, but people will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. And there is this another gentleman called Robert G. Allen. This is what he said: if service is the rent you pay for your existence on this earth, are you behind in your rent? Then another one was, I conclude these scholars. He's called Luther King. You know him very well. You read books and I know you are professionals. The first question which the priest and the Levite asked was, if I stop to help this man, what will happen to me? But the Good Samaritan reversed the question. If I do not stop to help this man, what will happen to me? Those are words of Dr. Martin Luther. In that last quote, Dr. Martin Luther based it on the parable of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. I will focus the trust of my address on the story of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. You know, as a bishop, I have to quote the Bible is my authority. Luke chapter 10, verse 30 to 35. I read. In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho. When he was attacked by robbers, they stripped him of his clothes, beat him, and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road, and when he saw the man, he passed by on the other side. So too, a Levite, when he came to the place, he saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was. And when he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. The road from Jerusalem to Jericho was infamous for crime and robbery. Whoever traveled on it alone and fell into danger was to blame for the plight in which he found himself. Many people who need our service for their well-being may carry the responsibility for where they find themselves, but also many are suffering as a result of systems, e.g., political, social, economic, and spiritual. In working for the well-being of mankind, we don't assume the judgment seat, but focus on making life better for comfort, health,
Welcome to the
and happiness. Now there's a question. Why the priest and the Levite? They are mentioned partly because they were the most frequent travelers on this road, and partly to show that these were the persons who were most obliged to perform works of mercy, and from whom
with Rotary International, but humbled to be a platinum partner for this year's conference, as this global network marks over a century of selfless service across the continent. As Centenary Group, our mission is clear and unwavering: to transform lives of the people and promote environmental conservation through innovative businesses and financial inclusion solutions. This mission drives every decision we make and every service we offer. Our vision is equally ambitious: to be the preferred group in innovative business and financial inclusion solutions. We believe that financial inclusion is not just a goal but a necessity for sustainable development. Centenary Group boosts subsidiaries that include Centenary Bank Uganda, Centenary Bank Malawi.
Excuses. The priest and Levite could have one. I'm not mentioning 1, 2, but you just keep on listening. This road is too dangerous for me to top and help this man. Those are the excuses of the priest and Levite. He might be a trap for an ambush. I've got to get to the temple and perform my services for the Lord. I've got to get home and see my family. Someone really should help that man. If I am going to serve at the temple, I can't get my clothes bloody, and I don't know first aid. You can see these Levites and the priests, and also I'm a priest anyway. It is a hopeless case. I am only one person. The job is too big. I can pray for him. I normally, for us, we are going to pray for
Welcome
him.
to the 100th Rotary.
We press our hands on them and we say, God bless you. Have mercy. He brought it on himself. He should never have been alone on such a dangerous road. And lastly, he never asked for help. He had a litany of excuses. Spurgeon said, I never knew a man refused to help the poor who failed to give at least one in me.
Welcome to the 100th Rotary District Conference. As Centenary Bank Uganda, Uganda's fastest growing commercial microfinance,
Jesus shocked his listeners by saying the man who helped was a Samaritan. Jews and Samaritans despised each other, both racially and religiously. The culture gave the Samaritan plenty of reasons to hate this Jew, man, and pass by. But he had compassion, went to him, bandaged his wounds, poured oil and wine, set him on his own animal, brought him to an inn, and took care of him in serving the well-being of humankind. We should go where people are. In other words, we have to go and reach people. Coming together in solidarity as Rotarians and Rotax brings together individuals with expertise in bandaging wounds, brings those who have the oil and the wine. I know the oil is here, and I know the wine is here. Some may have the animals, some may own an inn, or could be workers in the inn, and some may be gifted in the caring. I commend Rotary for being good Samaritans. You need a very heavy hand clap. Let me repeat this statement. I recommend Rotary for being good Samaritans, may God remember you for your services, that the good you do to others will return to you in good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. God bless you. Right Reverend Dr. Paul Samson Neymane, the Bishop of Busoga Diocese, Church of Uganda. God bless you so much. To God be the glory. Why can't you stand? I give you the blessing. And the blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, remain with you, rest upon Rotary and everybody now and forevermore.
He's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us. And no one can deny. Lord Bishop, thank you very much for your encouraging words. That story of the Good Samaritan is ideally what we do in Rotary. We serve above self. At this juncture, family of Rotary, I'm going to take you through the protocol that we shall observe for the rest of the day. Our Reaper, Past District Governor David Osei Amankwa, and your wife Susan, you're very welcome. Yes, they deserve a clap. Our Rotary International Director-elect, Past District Governor Emmanuel Katongole, you're very welcome. Our District Governor, our host today for District 9213, Rotarian Ann Nkutu, you're very, very welcome. We are very happy to see you this morning. We do expect District Governor Batengas from District 9214. She should be joining us shortly. So let's welcome her in absentia. District Rotaract Representative Simeo Sebukulu. And District Rotaract Representative for District 9214, J.B. Sengoba. Let's welcome him as well in absentia. I think the Rotaractors had a good night yesterday, so they should be joining us slightly later. President of Rotaract Africa, Alan Lukoda, together with the Vice President of Rotaract Africa, Nancy, you're welcome. And all the multi-district information officer and all the leaders. District Governor-elects for District 9213, Geoffrey Chitakule, very welcome. And for District 9214, Christine Cheune Kawoya, who will be joining us later. Let's welcome her as well in absentia. With our District Rotaract Representative-elects, for 9213, Abesaj Nahabwe. You know what happened to the Rotaractors last night. And for District 9214, Aleba Kanyonza. Let's welcome them in absentia. Our District Governor nominees. For District 9213, Rotarian Gerald Obai. Welcome. And for District 9214, Rotarian Daniel Damolira. Past district governors, Francis Tusubira. He was our district governor in the year 2006-07. You're welcome, together with your wife, Rotarian Dorcas. Rotarian Dorcas, they need to see where you are. So the theme that Rotary year was Lead the Way. And I think we've seen both of them leading the way over the years. You're very welcome. Past District Governor Chris Mutalia and his wife Rose. Past District Governor Chris was the governor in the year 2007-2008, and the theme during that year was Rotary Shares. Past District Governor Stephen Mwanje, District Governor in the year 2010-2011, and in that year we were building community and bridging continents. Let's welcome, in absentia, Past District Governor Stephen Mwanje. We have welcomed Past District Governor Katongole, but I'll still mention that he was a district governor in the year 2013-2014, and in that year we were engage Rotary, change lives. That was the theme during that year. Let's also welcome Past District Governor Robert Wagwa Sibirwa, governor during the year 2015-2016, and the theme during that year was Be a Gift to the World. We have Past District Governor Kenneth Wycliffe Mugisha, 2017-2018, and that year's theme was Make a Difference. Let's welcome him in absentia. Rotary year 2019-2020, Rotary connects the world. Let's welcome Past District Governor Francis Xavier Sentam. Rotary year 2020-2021, Rotary opens opportunities. We had Past District Governor Rosette Nabumba Nayenga in absentia. Coming to 2021-2022, where the theme was Serve to Change Lives, we had Past District Governor John Ndamira Magezi. He will be joining us shortly. Rotary year 2022-2023, the Imagine year. Past District Governor Mike Kennedy Sevalu, you're very welcome. Together with your wife, Margaret, you're very, very welcome. Rotary year 2022-2023 for District 9214, we had Past District Governor Peace Taremwa, who will also be joining us shortly. Oh, he's here. Let's welcome Past District Governor Peace from District 9214. When we came to the Rotary year 2023-2024, we created hope in the world with Past District Governor Edward Kakembo Subuga. Let's welcome him. And during that same Rotary year, we had Past District Governor Francisco Semwanga for District 9214. He was here with us yesterday, and he will be joining us later on today. Past District Rotaract representatives. Yesterday, for those who are here, we witnessed the installation, the recognition of Rotarian Alex Mwanguzi as the District Rotaract representative nominee. Let's welcome Rotaractor Alex Mwanguzi from from RSC in Jeru. All other Rotary leaders, past, present, and future, family of Rotary here present, ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. That's the protocol that I request that we observe for the rest of the day. And let's adopt the same going forward. You're all very, very welcome, and we are glad to have you this morning. For the rest of our program, I'll hand over to Bernard to take us through this next segment of this program. Thank you.
Let's put our hands together for Sam for leading us so well. We shall continue with recognitions, but this time not of the district leaders, but for some of the people who maybe, if they had not supported us, wouldn't have had a very successful Rotary District Conference in Jinja. So allow me to recognize some of our sponsors who have really supported us so well. But because the list is quite long, we are going to do it at least in phases. We shall recognize, we shall just have a mention because of time. We have fireworks. We shall continue clapping for them. Centenary Bank, Uganda Breweries, Kira Motors, Uganda Airlines. We have Sam's, which is giving us something to eat and drink. We appreciate Quality Chemicals for supporting us, and we appreciate Rock, which helps us in the technologies, and Afromobile. NBS has been there, and we appreciate you. UBOS has been there, and we appreciate you too. Old Micho, UAP, Insurance, thank you so much. Liberty, in it with you, thank you so much. And Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited, thank you so much for their support. Parliament of Uganda, you have always been our reliable partner, even in the cancer run. Clap for them, please. Val Rio Estate, thank you so much for the support. Bank of Uganda, you have supported us and we appreciate. Atacama Consulting Firm, we appreciate, and in Lusoga we say, Webalino. Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, thank you so much. And PEPS Uganda, PEPS Cola Uganda, we appreciate your support. And in the next situation, we shall continue appreciating. But before we finish, we shall appreciate Cancer Run 2025 for the good job you have led. NCBA Bank, we appreciate your work. Crystal Water, check the bottle in front of you and appreciate them again. UEDCL Limited, you have helped us to have all the light. Thank you so much for the work. And Roseform Mattresses, a world of beautiful dreams. You have beautifully supported us. Thank you so much. And last but not least is Nile International Hospital in partnership with CalCare. Thank you for providing health services to us. And those ones who fell sick, I'm sure you were supported. So in the next hour, we are going to recognize the next team. Because of time, we are not going to do that. And now, join me, or allow me at this material time, to invite Rotarian Dorcas Tusubira to lead us into the awards. Put your hands together and welcome with me Dorcas Tusubira.
Thank you, MC. Fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, friends and family of Rotary, good morning. I'm back again with the last set of awards. That is the Rotary Foundation. I would like to kindly request PDG Xavier Sentamu, PDG Mike Sebalu, and PDG Edward Kakembo to please join me and help me with presenting the awards. If you're available, thank you. Yes, like we've been doing it, we are going to do it very fast because we need to save time. We are going to call, first of all, we're going to mention those worthy of mention. Those that did very well but could not get to second runner-up, first runner-up, or the winner. So their names will be mentioned. Then we will call the second runner-up who will stand on my left, first runner-up on my right, and then the winners will be in the middle. So we want to do this very fast. When we call your club, run very fast. We are starting with the Rotary Foundation. The awards that recognize Rotary clubs for supporting the Rotary Foundation. And now the video is going to run.
The Rotary Foundation Award. This is given to the club with the highest contribution to all the Rotary Foundation funds added together, including the Annual Programs Fund, Endowment Fund, Polio Plus Fund, and Global Grants funding during this Rotary year. Small clubs. And the second runner-up is?
The second runner-up is, in the small clubs category, is the Rotary Club of Kampala Impala. $9,600.
Small clubs. The first runner-up is?
The first runner-up is the Rotary Club of Manyangwa Nakwero with $13,334.26.
The Rotary Foundation Award. Small clubs. And the winner is?
The Rotary Club of Untinda Metro. $16,799.90. If you can come quickly, Impala, Manyangwa Nakwero.
Chosen generation, we've been called for.
Can you come quickly, please? We don't have much time.
Who I am.
So we are going to move to the medium clubs.
The Rotary Foundation Award. Medium clubs. And the second runner-up is?
The medium clubs, the Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak is the second runner-up with $19,349.05.
The Rotary Foundation Award. Medium clubs. The first runner-up is?
The Rotary Club of Lugogo Mango Tree with $20,159.38.
The Rotary Foundation Award. Medium clubs. And the winner is?
The Rotary Club of Chira.
What he says I am. Where he
$26,860.84.
What he says I am, where he says I'm at, I know who I am. I'm working in power, I'm working miracles, I live a life of favor, for I know who
We'll now move over to the large clubs.
The Rotary Foundation Award, Large Clubs. And the second runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Kampala Central. $51,915.56.
the Rotary Foundation Award, Large Clubs. The first runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Upper Kololo. $62,016.50.
the Rotary Foundation Award, Large Clubs. And the winner is
The Rotary Club of Bweyogere Nambole.
I know who got
$75,154.45.
he says I'm at, I know who I am, I know who God says I am, what he says I am, where he says I'm at, I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking miracles, I live a life of life, for I know who I am. Say, I'm walking in power, I'm walking miracles, I live a life of favor, for I know who I am. Everybody shout, I know who I am. Lift your voice, shout,
Okay, we move over to the Every Rotarian Giving Award.
Every Rotarian Giving Award. This is given to the club with the highest percentage of members, each giving a total of not less than $100 to any Rotary Foundation fund this Rotary year. And the second runner-up is
Rotary Club of Kampala Seven Hills.
Every Rotarian Giving Award. The first runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Manyangwa Nakwero.
Every Rotarian Giving Award. And the winner is
The Rotary Club of Kampala West.
for I know who I am. Everybody shout, I know who I am. Lift your voice, shout,
Kampala West.
I know who I am. Wave your hands, shout, I know who I
So let's move on to the Polio Plus Award.
the Polio Plus Award. This is given to the club with the highest contribution to Polio Plus fund remittance to the Rotary Foundation. And the second runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Gayaza. $7,931.
the Polio Plus Award. The first runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Upper Kololo. $9,336. Upper Kololo.
The Polio Plus Award. And the winner is
The Rotary Club of Chira. $11,507. So now we'll move on to the Paul Harris Fellow Award.
the Paul Harris Fellows Award. This is given to the club with the largest percentage of numbers that have made a financial contribution to the Rotary Foundation and received a new Paul Harris Fellow pin, which also includes PHFs, Paul Harris Society, PHS, and beneficiaries. Clubs worthy of mention: the Rotary Club of Kampala, Daybreak, 11. The Rotary Club of Kampala North, 13. The Rotary Club of Kasangati, 16. The Rotary Club of Kampala, 21. The Rotary Club of Chira, 21. And the second runner-up is
the Rotary Club of Boyogere and Nambole.
the Paul Harris Fellows Award. The first runner-up is
First runner-up, Rotary Club of Upper Kololo.
the Paul Harris Fellows Award. And the winner is
The winner is Rotary Club of Chiwatule. Okay, we move to the Every Rotarian Every Year Award.
Every Rotarian Every Year. This is given to the club which has received the E-Ray banner status. The first runner-up is
The Rotary Club of Kampala Seven Hills. Kampala Seven Hills.
Every Rotarian Every Year. And the winner is
The Rotary Club of Manyangwa Nakwero. Okay, now we move to the Major Gifts Award.
The Major Gifts Award. This is given to the club that has the largest number of new major donors, bequest society, and other higher giving. The second runners-up are
we have many second runners-up. So we have Upper Kololo, Rotary Club of Chira, Rotary Club of Untinda, Rotary Club of Kampala Central, Rotary Club of Kampala North. Yes, those are the ones. If you can come up quickly. Somebody to come from these clubs to pick up. Rotary Club of Upper Kololo, Rotary Club of Chira, Rotary Club of Untinda, Rotary Club of Kampala Central, and Rotary Club of Kampala North. You can all stand there for one picture. Can you all take one photo? Can you all take one photo?
the Major Gifts Award. The first runner-up is
The first runner-up is Rotary Club of Kampala. Rotary Club of Kampala. First runner-up.
the Major Gifts Award. And the winner is
The winner is the Rotary Club of, where you get it, eh? Nambole.
nayoki nzambe motindo ya mpasi banyokolio yaka pembeni nazali se wayo ya motema tovandi bomwana tomesendinga na yo dunia tobandi bomwana kimoninga na miso ya mama ezali mabe na yo baokomi na mpasi nazate nakoya na Kenya na ya kozwa yo tozonga na Kinshasa.
There are two clubs that were called, I don't know if they are here now, for the Rotary Foundation Award. Small clubs, that is the Rotary Club of Kampala Impala, second runner-up. And then we also have some awards for Rotary Club of Kampala 7 Hills. Kampala 7 Hills, anybody to pick them up? Okay, they're not around? Okay, so we have come to the end of the awards, the club awards. And on behalf of the awards committee, I would like to thank you all very much for participating. We mentioned from the beginning that District 9213 has 130 clubs, but it is only 45 who applied. I want to encourage you, clubs, to please participate in this exercise. It is a healthy exercise, and we are in this all together. So thank you all very much, and have a nice evening. Thank you.
We have agreed that DJ continues for only 2 minutes with that. And that is dedicated to all of us who have won, because together we have won. I want to say celebration mood. DJ, please. Ladies and gentlemen, join the winners by clapping for them now. Pa, pa. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, in everything we do, there is a winner. And if you have not won, it is not a crime. So, again, allow me kindly to invite you to put your hands together for those winning clubs. I would like once again to invite you, and don't get tired, and congratulate and thank Rotarian Dorcas Tusubira with your team for putting this together. Clap for her once again. Dorcas, thank you so much. It has been done so well, and we appreciate you for the wonderful job. On the very issue, I would like to, as I congratulate the winning clubs, I would like to counsel other clubs that don't mind. Today is 100 district conference. Next year will be yours, and I can assure you, you will be the winners. So you will be encouraged to go back, recollect, and see what you can do better. And I can assure you next year we shall be celebrating you. We recognize and we continue recognizing a few sponsors we had not. And with your indulgence, allow me to continue recognizing the following. We recognize the Nile International Hospital in partnership with CalCare for providing health services and always being there to support the conference. We clap for them. I'm sure when we came here, many things have happened, but they have attended to us so well, and our health looks good, even this morning. I would like also to invite you to join me to appreciate the top best services, the cleaning services, for the great job well done. They have done a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll believe me that the loo and all the health places have been clean all the time, every time you go there. Are them our club members? I know the management and administration of the Civil Service College is part of the team which has made this together. So we also appreciate the management and administration and the staff of Civil Service College for hosting us and also overseeing that. And you know, we must give credit where it is due. Rotarian Alex Ojambo, who is in charge of the venue with your team. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, you will again agree with me that many people here, from the time when we came, those who have lost, including car keys, have got them, the phones and others. And nobody has complained about their vehicles being vandalized, and even the order. And the people who have been in charge of this were the conference security manned by Uganda Police Service. Clap for them for the wonderful job. Uganda Police Service and your team, you have done it so well, and you have kept us so well. We appreciate you. With this, allow me now to change you to something else. I know we have recognized a lot of sponsors, but among the sponsors, there's what the conference organizing team called the platinum sponsor. And our platinum sponsor is none other than Uganda Breweries, UBL. Put your hands together, Twaka. This morning, UBL, like we agreed, we have given them a little slot and is duly represented very well. And it is duly represented by the representative of this, Jackie Tuhakaniziwe is here to represent this organization, and Jackie serves this organization very well. So in proper names, the person who has represented UBL is Jackie Tuhakaniziwe Kwesiga, and he's in charge of public affairs, he's in charge of policy, and he's in charge of regulatory affairs, and is a manager in charge of all this: public affairs, policy, regulatory affairs. Put your hands together and welcome with me Jackie Kwesiga Tuhakaniziwe. Please, are we there? Let us welcome Jackie in style. They have done it so well.
Thank you, MC, for the introduction. I would like to say that I'm called Jackie Tahakaniziwe. Just a quick correction, not Tahakaniziwe.
I apologize for that.
No problem, thank you. All right, I'm standing here with my colleague, Solomon. And Solomon, most of you know him, I am sure. He is our Chief Execution Officer, I must say, to make sure that you guys are happy and having a celebration in style. You may clap a little bit more. I know it was a long night. I know for sure it's been a hectic couple of days, and I can see that the room is almost half empty, but I know that by evening, it will be getting better, and I understand our products may be the reason why the room is not as full. Yeah, all right. Dear Rotarians, this morning, we are really, really humbled to be here. We want to thank you for always giving us the opportunity to work with you and collaborate with you in a lot of things that you are doing. But allow me begin by extending my warm greetings from Uganda Breweries Limited and thank Rotary for the incredible selfless work you continue to do across Uganda and the world at large, especially in uplifting communities, promoting peace, fighting disease, and advancing education. Generally, Rotary's impact speaks for itself. We salute you for that. At UBL, we don't just admire what you do. We roll up our sleeves and walk this journey with you. Over the years, we have proudly supported Rotary's mission, from contributing to restoration of the 2 key forests in Impigi district and supporting urban reforestation efforts to like the greening the city and also showing up every year for the cancer run. This year, we of course came through with a humble contribution in kind, which I believe has created impact, and we shall continue supporting in that way. But today, as we reflect on this Rotary year's milestone, it's the perfect time to also look ahead. We are often approached by different Rotary clubs for support, and we appreciate why they come through, but we believe that we can now take on a different approach of having more sustainable projects, projects that are more scalable and more transformative, that encompass the whole district, as opposed to having different Rotary clubs coming through. This will really help us to come up with more sustainable projects. And we're not saying that we will not support the small clubs, but to be honest, it's a little bit cumbersome for us to kind of give piecemeal support to different clubs. So we would appreciate if we can have a collective voice at district level, and we come up with more sustainable, scalable, transformative projects. That is our prayer. As I conclude, I wanted to talk about the biggest challenge that we have in sustainability, and that is waste management. Especially people who are in the value chain that involves plastics, we are having big challenges in that area. And we do hope that if we can come together with Rotary to join hands in making sure that our disposal system is well managed. Probably that is another project that we can consider as UBL and, of course, the Rotarians. So we don't want to speak so much. I know that there's a lot that is coming up, but we would like to end by, one, thanking you for always giving us the opportunity, but also to say that we always enjoy celebrating and having a great time with Rotarians. We must say that you have been a great partner. We know that we have 2 districts, and our board chairman is in the other district, but he has always asked us to make sure that we partner with Rotary because, one, you are our very valued patrons and customers, but second, you impact lives, and you are so big on community. So in absentia, I would like to salute our board chairman, Jimmy Mgerwa, for always supporting us and pushing us really hard to make sure that we participate in Rotary activities in this manner. As I conclude, let me say this. Rotarians are generous givers, lifting others selflessly, and after all the good work, you certainly know how to celebrate in style. I therefore look forward to the governor's banquet this evening, and of course, the drinks courtesy of UBL. Thank you, Rotary. Cheers to service, sustainability, and shared happiness. I thank you.
Another round of applause for Uganda Breweries Limited, responsible for the room being half full or half empty, depending on how you look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our celebrations, we continue with our entertainment. This is their 100th DISCON, and it will not come back again. So we need to continue enjoying ourselves, and in the spirit of entertainment, I have a namesake. His name is Sam Chimera. Anyone knows Sam Chimera? Okay. Sam Chimera has 3 words that describe him. Talks of people, purpose, and progress. Let's put our hands together and invite Sam Chimera to take us through a session of entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, behind me you'll see Ann Kutu and her team. Hey! Wasunguwala, sunguwala, yamala yamwena. Come on! Bwe yechanga, yamala yaseta. Tie maita makeup, ayenda wasamona. Hey, omuwala. Hey, Tibwatandika businessy, profit multiplies. When she speaks, I start to see profit multiply. She makes me so happy. Oh, my heart's a beating back. Omuwala. Sincere speaking, yo muwala mwenda. Anukuto muwalo yo mumbeda. Ebindi ni wotampanza I don't care. So yo muwala, omuwala. Wabumba kubidandali okoboti chikeni. Wasika maido nemboli okoboti ayaya. Bwetuja kumu weekendi abantu bekanga. So yo muwala. When I say hustle, she say blessings on the way. I say pressure, she say come with us and pray. She's the crown upon my head. Even mama says amen. Omuwala. Sincerely speaking, omuwala mwenda. Anukutu muwalo yo mumbeda. Ebindi ni wotampanza I don't care. Well done. Hey, so yo muwala. Sincerely speaking, yo muwala mwenda. Round of applause for Anukutu, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Ebindi ni wotampanza I don't care. Omuwala. And give us a dance. Hey. Whatever you do, we are doing. So one more time. 1, 2, Hey. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Hey. Sincerely speaking, you muwala mwenda. Anukuto muwalo yo mumbeda. Ebindi ni wotampanza I don't care. So yo muwala. Come on, let's appreciate Anne. So I wanted to say something really small before I pass on the mic to Anne. So, Rotary is full of organizers. You don't know how many people called me just for this one song. I said, whose birthday is it? Whose wedding is it? They said, where is it? Ginger. I said, Ginger. But in all those things, I asked a question, because I usually like to ask, before we do this thing, I'm not just here to sing a song. I'm here to celebrate with you, but I'm here to celebrate you. So I asked a question, and I said, so what makes Anne's leadership special? And they said, she has been taking care, she has raised awareness, she has raised money, she has led well, Abugalo. But I said, okay, all those things every leader does. Isn't it the expectation? Don't we know the 7 areas? So what makes Anne's leadership special? The person paused, and you know what they said? They said, you know what? I think it is in her uniqueness, because she seems quiet, she's calm, she's collected, she's full of that demeanor, she has that presence. And we always thought that leaders have to be people who are loud and charismatic, but she reminds the rest of us who are calm that we have a big contribution to make, and we have the power to make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Anne Nkutu. Thank you so much. And now I will steal a picture. Mr. Cameraman, what it says here. Yeah. All right. And a hand over to Ann Kutu. A round of applause, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I'll go stand at the podium. Okay, stand down here. Yeah. Stand down there. Because I'll stand at the podium.
Can we put you in the middle?
You want me in the middle? Okay. And I've started sweating. Yeah. Sorry. It's fun. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this is great.
Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you want the paper? Yeah. This is the paper. Yeah, just the paper. Good morning, fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors, if we have any in the room. I know it was a long night. And all guests, I want to stand on the protocol established, but in a special way, because I never forget to do this. I want to recognize my magic team. This year has been nothing short of magical. And I was telling the Reaper that I will miss the themes, because the themes give you the direction that you should go. And me and my team here knew that we had to do magic. We had to do things that were extraordinary. And I believe we've not disappointed, have we? So first of all, let me thank Sam, who sang this song for us, Omuala. I love that song. And the reason I love that song, there are many reasons. First of all, I love its simplicity. I love the lyrics, because we live in a day and age whereby the lyrics of the song sometimes make it difficult for you to sing the song. Even if the beat is good, there is a lot of vulgarity these days. So what I love about Sam's song was just the simplicity of a love song. But it's not just because it was a love song. That song reminds me of the beginning of my journey as district governor. One day, we were visiting clubs. I think it was Ginger, actually. We were coming to Ginger, and that was the second week of my tenure as district governor. And so this song was playing on radio. So I asked the driver, I said, turn on that song a little bit, let me hear. It was a Lusoga song. And there are not too many of those in pop, they don't normally play them on radio. And so it reminded me of my early days as governor. And after that, it has been a favorite hit on radio. And wherever we go, because I have traveled over the last 8 or 9 months, I think I have done close to 20,000 kilometers. We have traveled. And now the driver has express instructions. When we're driving, there's always music. Once Omuala comes on, he increases the volume. Because he knows how much I love the song. So Sam, I really love you for that song. And thank you for making the time to come, because it is a special song for me. But this morning, I'm here really to celebrate that which we have achieved. And the reason I have the team behind me is because whatever I am going to read here, whatever we have achieved, it has not been my achievement. It has been a collective achievement. What we've accomplished has been the result of the efforts of district officials. It has been the result of our PIME planning and monitoring team that set goals for us. It has been because of the Secretariat and my support team, a very strong support team that I have. But most especially, it has been the work of the Magic Presidents. Because at the end of the day, as leaders, we set goals, We tell people what it is that we want to do. But if you do not have the presidents and the clubs behind you doing the work, you can talk until the cows come home. And so this year, I have been privileged, I have been blessed to have such an amazing, magical team. And I don't think any governor has been as lucky as I am. I know you've also been loved. But I have been exceptionally loved this year. And I know the governor's told me a lot of things. When you're becoming governor, oh, this will happen, oh, that will happen, this will go on, this will go wrong, this, there are so many things. None of them told me that you will be overwhelmed by the love and the support that you get. And so as a magical governor, and I'm saying this without exaggeration, since I became governor, and it's been now 9 months, I have had fresh flowers on my table every day. And that is coming from the team behind me. When I started this journey, the first couple of months, I had flu every day. And I kept saying, how am I going to manage with this flu? Now, Sam said that, I'm a calm person, but I'm also a very optimistic person. I'm one of those people who intentionally always look at the silver lining in everything. So when I had this flu, I said, hey, but I have had so much flu. Then I said, you know what? You have had flu because of the love that you've received. Everywhere you've gone, you have been hugged and hugged and hugged. And that is why you continue to have flu. So I stopped seeing it as flu and started seeing it as a symbol of love. And after that, it ceased to bother me. So I got so much love from the presidents here, but so much love for many of you sitting here. In fact, all of you. I don't remember any hostility anywhere, but I remember the love, the affection, the care. There's so much. And because of that, as much as the journey of a district governor is rigorous, as much as there is no rest, when you know that you have a strong team behind you, when you know that you have people who support you, when you know that you have people who share your dreams and your goals, you get up every day, re-energized. And that is how my journey has been. Now, I know I was told that I have very little time to speak, and I'm going to ask the team at the back to play, not really a video, but just a slideshow, just to give you a summary of what we've been able to achieve as a team in this Rotary year. Can we have the video, please? Is it on? Okay. So this slideshow will just give you a little bit of what we've been able to achieve in this Rotary year with my magic team. In everything that we do as Rotary, we follow the strategic priorities that have been given to us by Rotary International and which we've adopted at the district and subsequently adopted at the club level. And so whatever we have done, we have sought to increase our impact, to expand our reach, to enhance participant engagement, and to increase our ability to adapt. At the beginning of the Rotary year, I said in my maiden speech that we were not going to add new projects. Rather, we were going to consolidate everything that we have been doing so that we would increase our impact with a view to also ensuring sustainability. And that is what I repeated in every visit that I went. And I'm glad that the clubs have bought into that vision. So our first strategic priority was to increase our impact. And we set for ourselves at the beginning of this Rotary year a target of contributing US dollars 700,000 to the Rotary Foundation. This morning, I am pleased to inform you that we have raised 771,948 to the foundation, meaning that we have surpassed our target, and yet we are still going. We haven't stopped. Have we, Magic Team? We are still going. Of that money, we have contributed 525 to the annual fund. We have contributed 116,000 to polio. We have given 83,000 to support the grants that we do, and 45,762 to the endowment. At the beginning of the year, we also set out another ambitious goal. And we said, in this Rotary year, all our clubs will be giving clubs. In other words, we do not want a single Rotary club that is not contributing to the Rotary Foundation. And I'm pleased to inform you that out of 131 Rotary clubs, 123 Rotary clubs have contributed. So we only have 9 Rotary clubs that are yet to give to the Rotary Foundation. And I know that over the next 2.5 months, we will achieve that. We also said that all clubs will contribute to polio, and our status right now is 81%. We still have 25 clubs that are yet to remit their polio contributions, but we know that we will get there. We also said, and this was really ambitious, one of the initiatives that we started in this Rotary year was the 25 by 25 relay. And the idea here was to try and get each Rotarian in our district to contribute a minimum of $25 to the Rotary Foundation. Because our argument is that what is the point of us growing if our giving does not increase? And we know that the more we are able to do. But we need more resources so that we are able to even have greater impact. And so we came up with the 25 by 25 relay, which is an app, and that was to make giving easier. Make it easier by enabling people to contribute to the foundation in Uganda shillings, using mobile money at their convenience, in their privacy. We also wanted to use that app to ensure that at no point do we have TRF giving, particularly where there's small amounts, mixed up with the rest of the district dues. Now, to date, through that app alone, we have been able to generate 120 million Uganda shillings. And this 120 million has come about by people giving 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. And so it is clear to us that having these kind of methods as part of increasing our ability to adapt enables us to go further. But we also want to celebrate that we have people who've given more. So we've had 466 Paul Harris Fellows. We have 89 people who've signed up to be Paul Harris, members of the Paul Harris Society. We have 16 benefactors. We have been able to get 32 major donors and 7 major gifts. These are people who've given over and above $15,000 to the Rotary Foundation. But we are not raising money alone. We also are intentional about utilization, because as we've said, it is easier to have impact when you're using the Rotary Foundation funds as opposed to fundraising in the clubs. And so our target this year was to utilize at least $2.5 million and to have 25 new global grants. So to date, we have 19 global grants and 1 disaster grant, whose amount has come to $1.46 million. We also have 8 other global grants that are under review and should be approved in the next few weeks to the tune of $533,000. So we have our 25 global grants. That is the target we set, and we're going to get that. But together, ongoing and the new global grants, our utilization will stand at $4.2 million. As part of increasing our impact, we set out as a district, we said we can only increase our impact if there is more collaboration. As opposed to doing small things, we agreed that let's get together, have more clubs doing things together, and that is when we will do things at scale and probably have more impact. So as I speak now, we have 100 clubs, both districts 9212 and 9213 and 9214, who have expressed interest in the maternal and child health program of skill. Now, if we win this skill, if we win this POS, because we were one of 2 finalists, we will be able to have $6 million going towards maternal and child health. And that will be a significant impact. However, as a district, we have been able to obtain money from other partners. So regardless of whether we win the program of skill, we will still go on the project because we have other partners who collectively are bringing $4 million on the table. And so we will have impact. But we also have many other clubs that have come together on different initiatives. All the clubs in our district have integrated environment in their work, in their projects, and so we expect to see impact. Many clubs have adopted the 7x7 collaboration, where we have 7 clubs tackling the 7 areas of focus in one community. That was initiated by Vice Governor Mike Sebalu, and we have carried that forward. We have had clubs that are working together with their Rotaract clubs, and so the spirit of collaboration is alive and well. But we also recognize that to increase our impact, we also need to work with partners. And so we have continued our partnerships with Centenary Bank, with Absa Bank, National Water. These are some of the partners that we have. We have a partnership in the offing with DFCU Bank, and we have another also in the offing with Old Mutual. And so we are bringing on board new partners to work with us. As part of increasing our impact, we have also been intentional in improving our reporting on the work that we do so that we are able to demonstrate impact. And in this Rotary year, the Community Service Committee, which is a new committee that we set up at the beginning of this Rotary year, has worked very closely with the presidents and the clubs. And at least to date, we have 108 clubs who have been able to report their projects on Rotary Showcase. And that way, not only are we showing what we have done, but hopefully we'll be able to attract new partners. The work of collecting data remains a work in progress. And so the community service team has come up with a template that they will share, which every club should then adopt and use so that we have the basics of who have we reached, how many people have we reached, what has changed since we went there, how much money have we invested. Because until now, We often say we are doing this and we're doing this, but we do not have the granular data. So that is what we are looking for. As I said, I will go quickly. Strategic priority 2, expanding our reach. And this has something to do with membership. Something's gone wrong. Okay, so as I wait for the tech people to sort this out, I'll just tell you, is it back? Okay. Okay. Under expanding our reach, we put for ourselves a goal of bringing on board 720 new members. And as I speak now, we have brought on board 670 new members. Until recently, we were number 1 in Zone 22. And then my sister, Agnes, just came and went a little bit above us. But in the spirit of sisterhood, we celebrate her success as well. However, at the global level, I think our district stands as number 3 or number 4 globally in terms of membership. And for that, again, I want to thank the presidents. The majority of these new members have actually not come in from new clubs, but from our existing clubs, because we set a target that each Rotary club should endeavor to bring at least 6 new members during this Rotary year. And that is how we have been able to achieve these numbers. But we also set a target of establishing 15 new Rotary clubs. To date, we have chartered 4 Rotary clubs and 1 satellite club. We have 12 clubs in different stages of formation. And I know that come June, all these 12 clubs will have been chartered, because many of them are in provisional status. Among the clubs, we said we would start out new models. And so we have 2 cause-based clubs. We have the Rotary Club of First Aid Information. We have the Rotary Club of Environment. We have interest-based clubs like the Rotary Club of Chadondo Rugby, which is bringing together rugby, people who are interested in rugby. We have 1 corporate club, and this is the first one, and we're working very closely with RIDN and the Rotary Club of Kampala. And we have the Rotary Club of Blue Hearts Information, which is going to be the first Rotary corporate club, and this is in DFCU Bank. We have established at least 15 Rotary community cores. And in terms of Rotaractors, we have had 60 Rotaractors who've transitioned to Rotary. And these include 1 Rotaract alumni club, and that is the Rotary Club of Uptown Kampala that was recently chartered, and it is 100% Rotaractors. We have another Rotaract alumni club in formation, and that is the Rotary Club of Toro, and that is also predominantly Rotaractors. And so we have made great progress as far as membership growth and extension is concerned. Our next priority is enhancing participant engagement. And under participant engagement, we have made achievements. One of our biggest challenges as a district is the issue of retention. And so this year, we put a target of keeping our retention at 95%. To date, we are slightly under 90%. And so it is something we continue to work on. But in order to retain our members, we have identified where the gaps are. And so the membership team has come up with a draft member development guideline, which will support clubs to give them hints on what they need to do for onboarding new members, to ensure that they are knowledgeable, but also engagement after they have joined the clubs, because that is where we often lose people. They come in without enough information on Rotary, and when they get in there, we don't utilize them, and then we're surprised when they leave us. So we're working on that. But to enhance engagement, we have also established fellowships so that we have people being drawn to the things that they find interesting. And so we have the Rotary Fitness Fellowship information, and I'm sure you all saw Coach Bob. Coach Bob and Maureen Kawombe are behind that. We have action groups that are information. We have one on mental health. We have one on drug addiction. We have one on peace. And these are some of the things that we hope to do. Of course, we also have international collaboration, and we have the inter-country committee, and I'm glad that PDG Barbara is here, whereby we are working on issues of peace. And it is an extension of the Rotary Action Group on Peace, and we're having the next conventional meeting in Cape Town in a few weeks' time from now. So we are using different avenues to enhance participant engagement. Of course, we have functions like this one to enhance participant engagement. And I'm pleased to inform you that for this particular DISCON, we had 1,200 delegates. And again, that is magical, because since our district split, the numbers have been going down. So thank you, delegates, for making us realize this. And we hope that while you're here, it is not just about the conference, but it is about networking. It is about pursuing your interests. Our next strategic priority was increasing our ability to adapt. And for that, again, we have done a lot. One of the things that we set out this Rotary year was to ensure that all our clubs pay their district dues on time. Because in the past, when clubs pay their RI dues, the district dues would be to whom it may concern. And so I want to thank the treasurer for working very hard that to date, 94% of our clubs have actually paid their district dues. We've also ensured that all our clubs have goals on Rotary Club Central, particularly goals on membership, goals on TRF, goals on the strategic plan, and I'm pleased to inform you that 100% of our clubs have these goals. We would wish to have 100% of our members active on My Rotary and Club Runner, but to date, we have 77% of Rotarians on My Rotary, and I recently learned that that is just about the highest that you will find in any district. And so in that one, again, we lead the way. We set out a goal of having 80% of our clubs adopt good governance practices, and in this Rotary year, we, for the first time, established a governance and ethics committee led by Council Francis Gimara of the Rotary Club of Kampala. And that team has worked very closely with us to help clubs put in place the basic policies that will enable us to exercise ethical and corporate governance. And I'm pleased to inform you that 90% of our clubs have put in place these policies. We know that having the documents is one thing, and I know that Governor Chitakule is going to work very hard to ensure that those policies are implemented to the dot. But I'm pleased to inform you that 90% of our clubs now have strategic plans and updated bylaws. And in this year, one of the indicators of good governance was qualification, because when you qualify, it shows that you have certain basic financial management provisions in your club. It means that you're registered with URSB. It means that you have done the basics. And I'm pleased to inform you that 89 clubs out of 130 have qualified, including 8 Rotaract clubs. And we have said qualifying is not just about being eligible for global grants, but as Peter Isabidie always reminds us, it is financial hygiene. And so we will continue to get all clubs to qualify, even if they qualify on the 30th of June and need to start it all over again in 1st July. As part of our sustainability plans, we've ensured that we have 100% representation of Rotaractors on all our committees. And again, this is an area that we continue to work on, because even as we have them, we have not yet fully learned how to optimize the presence of Rotaractors in our committee. It is a work in progress, and I believe again that Governor Chitakule, Governor Obai are going to take this up so that we demonstrate true and real and equal partnership with our Rotaractors. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I have limited time, but these are the achievements that we have been able to make over the last 8 months. We continue to have a few challenges. As I said, attrition remains a problem that we need to work on collectively, and my presidents know about this, particularly as we have heard of the targets that we have been given, and I think Governor Chitakule spoke about those during the assembly, that we have been given certain targets that we must realize in order for us to get a second zone, in order for Zone 22 to be an independent zone. And we need to get that by 1st July. And so my presidents, you and I know how much work we need to do to ensure that we retain the members that we already have. We still have an issue of timely collection of dues, and that is something that we are also working on with the membership and the leadership. We still have a few clubs that have stagnated in terms of growth. We have at least 8 clubs in our district that have less than 10 members. And we know that for any club to be viable, we must have at least 20 members. And so we are interrogating the factors that have caused this stagnation. And over the next few months, we will continue to take action to raise the numbers and, where need be, to use other methods to address the problem. We still have a slow transition of Rotaractors. And I'm putting this out there because it's you and I collectively that have to support the transition of Rotaractors from Rotaract into Rotary. And the reasons are not just financial, but we need to ask ourselves, are our clubs as welcoming for Rotaractors? Do our clubs have the kind of vibe that the Rotaractors are looking for? Are our clubs inclusive? Do we give them the platform that they need once they are in our clubs to express themselves? So we have a few challenges that the Magic team is passing on to the Unite for Good team. And I'm sure that with our support and with your fresh energy, we will be able to overcome these challenges. And so once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you in a very special way, and I know I'll speak tonight again, but just allow me to thank each and every one of you for the support that you have given us to be able to achieve what we have been able to achieve in this magical year. I want to thank the governors for their advice. I have many advisors. I want to thank our RIDN, who is a governor, past governor, but now also our RI representative and continues to guide us and advise us. Of course, I want to thank our RIPA, who is here today, and we're looking forward to your counsel on how we can overcome this. You have already given us some ideas of what to do. I want to thank the district officials again. I want to thank my secretariat. I want to thank my support team, and I'll thank them again in the evening. But in a special way, allow me to thank again the Magic Presidents. So thank you, and thank you again.
Let's appreciate the magical presidents and the governor. Let's appreciate Governor Ann and the magical presidents. Thank you for taking us through the magical year. Just a few announcements before we go to the next agenda item. We have some lost and found tags. Lost and found tags, blue coat, creamish coat, showel, black cap, and many others. Please if you've lost something, please get in touch with the sergeants. And then we also want to appreciate Sam's Foods. They've given us a few hampers, and we've given these hampers to the winning teams, to the winning clubs. So the winning clubs, I'm sure you've all received your hampers. Okay. Earlier today when I was mentioning the protocol, I did mention past District Governor Chris Mutalia, who was our governor in 2007-2008 Rotary year. In that particular year, our theme was Rotary Shares. And join me in welcoming past District Governor Chris Mutalia, who is coming on stage now to introduce to us the Rotary International District Governor nominee, who will be speaking to us thereafter. Ladies and gentlemen, family of Rotary, let's put our hands together to welcome past District Governor Chris Mutalia. Can we welcome him with a large, louder clap and applause?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to stand on the protocol, which has already been mentioned, to do an honorary activity, but which is rather difficult. I'm introducing to you somebody you know very well, and who has done so much that it has been very difficult for me to get a summary of the summary of the summary of what I should have talked about Emmanuel. But before I give you that short summary of the summary of the summary, allow me to say what I say often, that Rotary is fellowship and Rotary is service. And in Emmanuel, these two things, which actually represent the object of Rotary, which we all cherish, define who our IRI, Rotary International Director nominee Emmanuel Katongole is. He is so friendly to everybody. He's full of service in all that he does. And so he represents what I think is the object of Rotary. So let me say these few words about him, and I will encourage you to Google and find a little more about him. Emmanuel, he is now the Rotary International Director nominee for Zone 21 and 22, representing Africa, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. He's a co-founder and chairman of Quality Chemicals Industries Limited in Uganda, a leading manufacturer of HIV/AIDS and malaria medicines in Africa. Emmanuel has a wealth of experience in corporate governance, strategy, and business entrepreneurship. He's a member of the Initiative for Global Development and was the first chairman of the Uganda National Oil Company, former chairman of Mauritius Union Assurance Uganda Limited, and a former board member of Barclays Bank and Absa Bank Uganda Limited. He currently chairs the advisory board of TLG Capital Limited in London, chairman of Uganda's Presidential CEO Forum, and serves as Chancellor of Nkumba University. As you all may remember, Emmanuel led Uganda's National Response Fund on COVID-19. And he was soon after that named a Purple Knight for Life by Pope Francis in 2021. And that's how religious he is. As a Rotarian and a member of the Rotary Club of Mienga, Emmanuel served as district governor of Rotary District, then 9211, Tanzania and Uganda, in the year 2013-2014. He has held many roles on various Rotary International committees, including as chairman of the Peace Major Gifts Initiative Committee of the Rotary Foundation. Emmanuel is an Archlamp Society member and has supported various humanitarian causes across Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, join me to welcome Emmanuel Katongole, our Rotary International Director nominee, on stage.
I'm dreaming of a new Jamaica, a land of peace and love. Some say they cannot see no hope, that's why they leave this land. I know there's hope somewhere.
Thank you so very much, my senior brother, Chris. Good afternoon, my family of Rotary. It is such a lovely afternoon, and I feel gratified to stand on this stage, which is the stage of one of the best districts that exists on Mother Earth. Allow me to stand on the protocol, but before I do that, I want to say thank you. Thank you to President Stephanie's representatives, Dave and Susan. I have been a president representative in many districts, but I know that you can turn that offer down. You accepted to visit our country, and we do not take that for granted. Thank you. Allow me also say thank you to my sister, to my friend, Governor Ann. A couple of years back, I installed Ann as a president of her club. And I knew then, like I know today, that Annie's leadership role is going to be long, and this is the beginning of the journey. My family of Rotary, as I mentioned the other day, in September last year, you nominated me to represent you on the board of Rotary International. One of the first things that I had to do was to come up with a vision in consultation with a number of leaders on the African continent. How do we see Africa moving? How do we move from where we are to something that we feel will be bigger, better, and bolder? In movement with a Rotary vision statement that together we see a world where people unite, get together, take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. That is a very critical statement that was actually coined by two great leaders of Rotary in the world. 5 billion people, 65% are below the age of 35. That is a huge, huge advantage for Africa. When you look at Africa, a combined nominal GDP of $3 trillion. That's big stuff. But with a consumption polity of $10 trillion, with plenty of natural resources, what can we do with this continent? My family of Rotary, we see that we can build a dynamic, inclusive, and impactful Rotary in Africa. Africa has got potential, but potential energy is not enough. It is our responsibility to convert that potential energy into kinetic energy so that we start moving and moving forward. Must be inclusive, that none of us should ever care whether the cat is black or white. What matters is that it catches the mice. We are one people. From Mombasa to Dakar in Senegal, from Cape Town to Cairo, we are one people, and we must live that way. But this impactful Rotary must seamlessly integrate with the communities, businesses across Africa. And our part of the region is represented by PDG Bob Wagwan-Sibirwa. And we looked at the priority areas as given by Governor Ann. And we came to a conclusion that people will be our priority number one. And when I say people, I mean Rotarians, Rotractors, and we must be priority number one. Friends, some not so good news. For the last 30 years as a Rotarian, our numbers have been stuck to 1.2 million. The bad news is that we are now 1.1. We are actually moving backwards. We must grow, and we must grow for a purpose. And the team is advising to drive and redesign our membership role by creating a chair for membership engagement, either within the current membership role or a completely new role. One to do with membership engagement, one to do with membership attraction, and want to do with new club development. We cannot afford to remain a basket where you put water and pass it through. We've got Rotarians who are Rotarians in name only. It is our responsibility to engage these Rotarians so that they create value, they see value in what we do, they are recognized and motivated. Africa has got, as per this morning, 45,081 members. 45,000. Let me stick to that. We want to mobilize and reach 60,000 by June 30th next year. And I tell you why it is very important. It's you. It is me. We must work together and have an extra 15,000 within, from now up to June 30th next year. And once we do it, I shall stand in the board of Rotary International and demand for a second zone for Africa. And it will not only be for the sake of having two zones. It will be for having a permanent representation at the board and making sure that our impact grows bigger, better, and bolder. How shall we do that? Number one, during the time of President Sheikh Ameta, he promoted one idea. It was each one bring one. And we saw the last number, the biggest number of growth of Rotary in the last 20 years. We want to promote that idea. Each one of us, yourselves, myself, give it a responsibility that you're going to bring at least one member in the coming Rotary year, actually beginning now. And once we do it, we only need 8 members per club, and we shall have 15,000, and Africa will be 2 zones. Just 8 members per club. Africa will be a zone. But we must also know that probably this may not be possible. We must put in place other strategies. Second one, is to participate in new innovative club models. Governor Ann talked about them. We have satellite clubs. We have passport clubs. We have cause-based clubs. Cause-based, if you're interested in fighting malaria, start a club that fights malaria. Interest-based clubs. Recently, we started a golfing club, and it's doing very well. We want to start clubs for footballers. Rugby players, they've started one. Musicians, we have one. Jazz on Saturday. So we must start these clubs. We want to start corporate-based clubs. Uganda's phenomenal growth was actually started by 4 men. Our late Sam Owori, may his soul rest in peace. Our own Tusu, please Tusu, rise. Our own Chris Mutalia, please Chris. And Stephen Mwanje. They used Uganda Commercial Bank to roll out in the country. We have got a number of partners. And in my estimation, Uganda Commercial Bank has been replaced by our bank, Centenary Bank. We want to use Centenary Bank as a model, plus other banks, to see that we start as many Rotary clubs across the country. And for every country in Africa, we shall get a champion company to start corporate clubs. We want to do alumni-based clubs. Here in Busoga, we've got Busoga College Mwiri. Is there any reason why those who went to Busoga College Mwiri cannot start Rotary clubs within their alumni association? We want to start professional associations, engineers, doctors, lawyers, Uganda Law Council. We want to start service-based clubs. We want to start language-based clubs, and Uganda has been a model. In the country, we now have about 6 Luganda-speaking clubs. We've just started one in Imbarara, the Rotary Club of Kazo that meets in Runyankole. We have got 150 million people in Africa who speak Arabic. We have got 440 million people in Africa who speak Swahili. We have got 35 million people who speak Hausa in West Africa. And we've got 32 million people who speak Zulu in Southern Africa. No one says that Rotary should be for the English and the French. We can have Rotary in our mother tongues. Friends, we want to start clubs like international e-clubs, local e-clubs. But the biggest attraction, friends, is going to be the conversion of Rotaract to Rotary. In Africa, we have got 18,000 Rotaractors. And our target is to get 30% of them to join Rotary, either as dual members or as full-time members. We have requested all governors in Africa to implement the resolution by Rotary International of exempting district and country dues to these Rotaractors who are below 35 years of age. The good news that out of the 18,000 Rotaractors, Uganda controls 30% of them. So friends, Rotaractors, the job is on. And from that source, we can easily get 5,000 Rotarians joining Rotary. And our target of 15,000 will be more than 30% met. Friends, we want to promote the public image of Rotary. And we've started with friendly countries by identifying champions. Next Media Group is a champion for Uganda. We've got a champion for South Africa, champion for Kenya, champion for Benin, 2-3 champions in Nigeria. We want our Rotary to be known to the people we serve and to be known to the communities that we live in and work. Friends, I talked about youth engagement. We want to treat Rotaractors and Interact, particularly Rotaractors, as our equal. They are equal partners. Time is gone where Rotaractors are seen as our young sons and daughters. We are equal partners. And that we shall do by training them, by mentoring them, by holding them so that they are the leaders of today. Friends, once all that is done, I have no doubt in my mind that come 30th of June next year, we shall have the 15,000 that we so desire to have. And I tell you a reason why we must do it. Rezoning takes place once in 8 years.